They say that Las Vegas is the fight capital of the world, but right now, it sure feels like it's in Omaha. Terence Crawford, 38-0, 29 knockouts. David Avanesyan, 29-3-1 with 17 KOs, 12 rounds for the WBO Welterweight Championship of the world.
And Crawford comes out right-handed. That's another thing you don't know how he's going to come out, how he's going to end. Can switch stances constantly. Most of the time fights in the southpaw stance, so I wonder if Avanesyan is surprised to see Crawford coming out in the right-handed stance of round one.
It is deafening in here. Avanesyan coming off a first-round knockout win in March over Askari Metz. Of course, Crawford fought 13 months ago, a knockout win over Sean Porter.
See Crawford always measuring, always studying his opponent, always really gathering the info as Avanesyan tries to get into range. Crawford tries to walk him into something.
But as long as Crawford's on that jab, that controlling jab like that, keeping Avanesyan at bay, it's going to be...
Oh, big right hand, right on the button from Avanesyan.
Like I was saying, it's going to be a long night.
Whoa!
That's what it was there. You know, the reason Avanesyan was able to land that right hand over the top was because Crawford at times lays it out there a little too much. Sometimes, you know, he's got a great snappy jab when he uses it, but right there he laid it out just a little bit too lazily. And Avanesyan was able to come over the top.
And this is what Avanesyan does. He doesn't give you room to breathe. Right on top of you for 12 rounds.
Yeah, exactly, Todd. He's a no frills guy. He just and the lesser prospects that he beat, the guys who basically he exposed that maybe weren't as good as they were supposed to be, he beats them because of things like this, where they have no staying power in the ring once he stays in their face. But a guy like Crawford is going to show a lot of different wrinkles and angles now. We'll see the southpaw stance.
But you see Crawford now switch back to southpaw now. He came out, surprised everyone, conventional, but now he's back in his most comfortable stance, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, Avanesyan, nothing really too fancy, but by staying in your face, a lesser fighter starts to panic and creates mistakes. It's just that right now it's Bud Crawford in front of him. Bud Crawford will sit there being just as patient as Avanesyan will, and he'll open him up. So it's going to be up to Avanesyan and not just bring this kind of pressure, but also give me some thinking behind it.
And you got to be in good shape to fight someone like Avanesyan as well.
Yeah.
He's not showing any fear, Crawford, at all. So a good start for the Armenian.
A shot that Avanesyan landed, and it just looked like Crawford was backing up and didn't expect him because he was in the middle of switching, it looked like.
Yeah.
So that was a punch that he caught him by surprise.
Yeah.
See, he switched on that, and he never thought that right hand was coming from that angle, and that's why that punch landed. Crawford got to understand that this guy's tricky and slick, and he's desperate. He's going to do everything to try to win this fight.
And shortly after that, Crawford went back to the southpaw stance, you know, which is his usual stance.
Exactly.
And Avanesyan didn't wait to meet Crawford in the middle of the ring after the bell rang. He went over to his corner, started fighting.
Again, it's that mental pressure. It's nothing fancy about it, but staying in somebody's face consistently will sometimes cause them to panic and break.
But Terence Crawford is an elite level fighter who's seen basically everything over his 38 pro career fights.
I love the way he's controlling this fight with the jab so far. Avanesyan hasn't found a way to get through that jab. Now Crawford's going to have to start putting that left hand behind that if he want to detour Avanesyan, because this guy feels like he can get some shots in right now.
And a very patient approach by Crawford, but you see he's not allowing Avanesyan to really do much. You know, he's being patient. Yes, Avanesyan keeps pushing the pressure on him, but Crawford with that lead hand just does enough space to where when he wants to let go of the backhand, he's able to snap it off good. But Avanesyan will be like a buzzsaw in front of him, though.
Crawford slick, though.
And because he fights out of both stances, Crawford can exit out of both angles. You know what I mean? He can get out on the right side, and switch stance, get out on the left side. It makes it really tough to cut off the ring on him.
Right now,
Avanesyan goes southpaw. Now back to right-handed.
When you've got a fighter who's 35 years old and hasn't fought in over a year, you always wonder, hey, has Father Time caught up with him a little bit?
No, I think he got Father Time in the chokehold right now. For real. No, but what you see is the patience, the poise, you know, the professionalism when you're looking at Crawford. He's not overreacting. He's not being, you know, bothered by anything that Avanesyan is doing. I mean, this is a consummate pro, and this is why a lot of people got him #1 on the pound-for-pound list.
Body shot there from Avanesyan. Left hook.
And Avanesyan will stay here, man. He'll stay in his face, so he'll keep Crawford thinking.
Oh, that scored as well.
There.
Avanesyan having some success.
Clash of heads there.
Well, Crawford's going to have to beat Avanesyan into submission. That's the only way you can win a fight against somebody like this.
Yeah. Avanesyan now starting to switch stances back and forth too. And again, I'll stress it again, no frills from Avanesyan. He just wants to stay in your face and try to see if that creates a panic or a break. But again, it's just Crawford we're dealing with here. You're going to have to be a bit more tricky than just pressuring him. The left hand by Avanesyan catches part of the shoulder of Crawford. Then on the way out, he goes that body shot as well.
That body shot was a little more effective.
Crawford went right to it. And again, you're starting to see why Avanesyan has gotten the upset wins he's gotten. You see this kind of pressure. You gotta. When I always look at when an amateur star turns pro, their ability. You know, a lot of top amateur stars end up getting beat in the pros, and some succeed. The biggest difference that I see from the ones that succeed to the ones that don't succeed, they all can fight, but it's the staying power. And guys like Avanesyan expose whether you have any staying power in the ring. And what I mean by staying power is your ability to be in a tough fight for 10, 12 rounds, mentally draining you, and your ability to still execute a game plan underneath those circumstances. Avanesyan is the kind of guy who exposes those fake prospects.
You know what? He's a solid B+ class fighter, and if you ain't in the A class, you can expose you
Left
just like
hand
that.
scores for Avanesyan, and he is putting up, I think, a better fight so far than almost anyone thought he would. Oh, again!
Now,
He punches with you, see that?
Now, the one thing Crawford can't do is underestimate Avanesyan's power, because sometimes you'll see a shot coming thinking, oh, it ain't nothing on
He's had some knockouts lately, right, Ken?
and get clipped. You know what I mean? You can't underestimate this guy's punching power.
Blue, how did you score those first 2 rounds?
I got it 2-0, Terence Crawford. He always makes adjustments. Every time he take a big punch, he took a big punch in the first round, he made adjustments. He switched to southpaw, where he's more comfortable. He's controlling the distance with his jab and his counter-punch ability. He's letting the fight come to him and breaking down David Avanesyan. 2-0, Terence Crawford.
Nice moment there for Bud as he works off the ropes. Upstairs and downstairs.
Tell you what, too, the interesting thing about both of these guys is both of these guys tend to get better as the rounds progress. Nice body shot by Crawford. You see the reaction Avanesyan gave to it.
Crawford still in that southpaw position. Avanesyan not really choosing southpaw or orthodox. He's squared up.
Crawford being a bit more active now. I don't know if it's because Avanesyan's forcing him to be because he's trying to get more in his face, or if it's Crawford is just starting to step on the gas a little bit and throw more shots.
No, it's pressure. It's pressure now. I think Avanesyan right now is making him fight a little harder than he wants to right now because he was in cruise control. But this is what David has to do if he's going to put himself in this fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, he tests your staying power. We already know Crawford has staying power, so although this will make Crawford work harder than he wants to.
He's making Crawford earn everything to the body. I know Crawford loves to go to the body, but the body is not there. He's sticking that jab sometime. But I think if he's going to have Avanesyan where he wants him at later on in this fight, he's going to have to go and invest in that body a little bit to slow this guy down.
Nice spin move from Crawford. Throws a right to the body. Avanesyan seemed to handle it well. He's about as tough as they come.
saw in that last round. Nice little spin move by Crawford on the out. We got a nice little combination, and then you know what? After the out, nice little body shot as well.
All right, here we go, round 4. Antonio, are you surprised by how competitive Avanesyan's been?
No, not at all. Not at this stage in the game. I mean, this guy's proven he's qualified. Everyone knows he's tough, and this is an opportunity of a lifetime, like you said. You know, opportunities like this don't come by all the time in boxing. So, of course, I felt like he would bring his best game tonight. But the cream always rises to the top.
I'll tell you what, for Avanesyan, even putting in a good 12 rounds of work against the pound-for-pound king is a good look for him. You know, he's known to come up short at these levels, but it's in the way that he comes up short that it keeps him getting other opportunities against even the prospects that then he winds up beating. So Avanesyan, whether he wins or whether he loses,
on the inside, Avanesyan lands a right. And now another right from Avanesyan.
It's left-handed by Avanesyan as well. That's what I'm saying. Usually he gives a good account of himself and keep himself in the mix.
You know, a lot of times when a fighter has some success when he's not expected to, it can be the biggest false sense of security in the fight. Now, I think Crawford might be letting him get a little comfortable, but I know he's going to raise the stakes in a minute.
Right hand from Crawford sneaks through.
He forces his way inside, does Avanesyan, and then he tries to get that work in there.
Yeah, he's holding his own when these two exchange.
Crawford is very, very awake, even at close range, though, you see. Very, very calm and collected.
I don't think we want to see too many exchanges because that gives a guy with a punching chance a chance. You know what I mean? It's important that Crawford do his thing and get on defense and not just be exchanging with this guy because he's too big of a puncher.
But if, you know, nice right hand by Avanesyan. But let's not forget, Crawford's been off for 13 months, right? So this is kind of the right kind of guy he's got in front of him, who's going to be a durable guy, make him get some rounds, make him think.
Nice uppercut from Avanesyan.
Even catch him with a couple of shots. You know, it's part of the ring rust as well. And you also Avanesyan's pretty quality. So, you know, it's to kind of get back in the ring, knock the rust off kind of fight that Crawford's going to need.
If Crawford stay in this speed all night long, I think that it'll be competitive. But when the champ want to raise that level up, and take it up a notch, then
here goes Crawford. He's on the front foot now. This crowd is rallying behind him. Avanesyan trying to stay in the pocket. He doesn't know where else to go. He lives in the pocket.
That's it.
You see the change of speed on the shots from Crawford. Look at it. This is the thing of beauty that I'm talking about with Terence Crawford.
And now they're going toe-to-toe.
Finds the opening, but also look at the change of speed in Crawford. Oh, nice shots. Avanesyan at the belt.
That was a solid shot. And Crawford had his hands down.
Yeah. Right on the chin.
He can't gamble like that.
He's really, really creative in the way he's going to do it. See the little touches, mixes in the little touches, and then digs in some hard right underneath there. You know, so again, look at the change of speed. He goes up and down the gears in the midst of combinations, and this makes him very difficult to time. And right at the end of the round, Avanesyan wanted some good body shots from both guys there. And there's going to be some, no, a nice little left hand there by Avanesyan. That made Crawford step back. Oh, there it is right there.
And when I mean you cannot take this guy power for granted. You just can't let a guy touch you on your chin with your hands.
Yeah, he'll fight back. You know, a lot of times Crawford does a good job of anticipating when a guy's going to throw back in the midst of those inside combinations, because that's why Crawford takes the power off those shots.
So here we go, guys. Round 5, and things are heating up. No doubt about it. Blue, how do you have it scored through 4?
I have it 4 rounds to nothing. Terence Crawford. David Avanesyan is having a good showing of himself, though. It's a competitive fight. It's just the adjustments of Terence Crawford, the skill set, the changing levels of Terence Crawford. He controls the distance perfectly, and that's just making it hard for David Avanesyan to get in. 4 rounds to nothing. Terence Crawford.
Look at that. Crawford almost starts to do the drills on him. Those are like little bag drills you do, where it touches and goes and touches and shoot and hard shots and soft shots. These are like little things you do on the bag when you're drilling. Crawford does them to opponents.
Still in the southpaw position is Crawford. Paulie says that's his most natural.
Avanesyan now is southpaw as well, although he switches every second.
Left hand by Avanesyan, gets a smirk from Crawford, but he knows he's getting touched, Antonio.
Yeah, but he's back in control in this round. I mean, he was in control the last round, but we had a lot of exchanges. But right now, you don't see as many exchanges. He's back on that jab, controlling. It's the matador and the bull, so to speak.
And it's hard to break the winning mentality of Avanesyan, and that's what makes him such a tough, durable guy. You know, Avanesyan may be losing the fight, but in his mind, you haven't convinced him that he's not going to win tonight. So he keeps pushing it, looking to change his look, and thereby forces Crawford to work harder than maybe he might have anticipated. See, Avanesyan cutting all the ring off here. See, now trap Crawford against the ropes. Now Crawford does a good job, but again, it keeps Crawford working because he got the ring cut off on him.
Good body shot.
Uppercut, a slick uppercut from Crawford into the body. The crowd is eating it up. Another left hand for Crawford. Is the quality starting to shine through?
And that's a problem with Crawford. You chase him, you trap him, and then he gets the best of you in the exchange a lot of times. And Avanesyan undaunted, he still keeps working.
Good uppercut.
Good left there from Avanesyan.
See, Avanesyan gets through in there, but the shot selection is the difference, and Crawford's shot selection is very good. Avanesyan is more of a hustle guy on the inside, and he'll get some shots through just on his hustle alone. But it's Crawford with the shot selection.
Avanesyan with a straight right hand and then a left as well, but here comes Crawford firing away. Good action round here in Omaha.
You're doing great. Don't let it keep you off. Don't let it keep standing and looking down. Yeah, keep off the line. You're doing really good. Crawford's body attack has been really good this fight. You know, he's got to mix it up upstairs and downstairs very well. See, that's inside work there for both guys. Crawford really some nice defense in there, although Avanesyan does get some through at times. Avanesyan as well, you know, with the up and down, upstairs and downstairs. I just don't think he's thinking it through as much as Crawford is. A lot of times Avanesyan will just move his hands and he'll get through it because of his determination in moving his hands. Crawford seems like he's selecting the shots carefully. You'll notice a lot of times Crawford will even double with the same hand. You're missing a clock.
His gloves ripped. I saw it earlier, and I didn't say anything. Yeah, both of the gloves ripped.
Oh, man.
I thought it was the color when I saw it over here in the last round. I didn't want to say anything, but the glove bust on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah, you can see the padding coming out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be wrong, but I'm like, I look like the glove opened.
Somali and Henry Cooper stuff, man.
Both gloves are busted open.
Look at this.
They letting it go.
That is strange.
With both the Crawford's gloves or both guys' gloves?
That's Crawford's glove.
Crawford's glove. I think they should go back to the dressing room, get the extra set so they can have it between the rounds the next round.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, you would think the cut in the gloves, if he were hit Avanesyan just the right way, that could bust slice his head open. Uppercut from Crawford. And look how Crawford just continuously throws punches to keep Avanesyan at bay.
Yep. And again, shot selection, also change of speed on the shots, change of strength on the shots as well. Not every shot Crawford's throwing is hard, but some of those light shots are meant to draw something out of Avanesyan so we can counter him as well.
Oh, there's a nice right hook from Avanesyan. And that gets Crawford angry.
Snuck it in there.
And you may not like him when he's angry.
So you do start to wonder, you start to make comparisons with Spence and Crawford, right, when you see things like this. When Spence is at this distance, that is when he's at its most effective. It'll be really interesting how Crawford will handle that. There's been a lot of close quarters fighting with him and Avanesyan tonight.
I knew it wouldn't be long before we start drawing the comparisons to the big proposed fight that's in the wind.
Oh, nice double uppercuts. He's really making a home for those uppercuts, guys.
The uppercut has become Crawford's favorite in this fight. There's another one, just misses.
I like to see that right hand up a little bit by Bud, man. I like to see that right hand. It's like it's hanging down what we call the bread basket.
Oh, yeah. I think Avanesyan might have felt one of the body shots.
Crawford, look at him just going upstairs and downstairs, picking him apart. Oh, nice stood him up with that uppercut as well, into the body.
He's picking it up now.
Yeah, and even Avanesyan's punch output is starting to come down now this round a little bit. Crawford's taking it up the gears. Nice.
Oh, what a right hand from Terence Bud Crawford. Blood on his back. He knocked him out. The king is still on top of his game.
Ripping Omaha, Nebraska, Terence Crawford.
Welcome guys, thanks for joining me again. I hope you are all well. So guys, let's get straight into it. Terence Bud Crawford with a spectacular knockout victory there in the 6th round against David Avanesyan to secure his WBO welterweight title. Now guys, it's extremely important for you to pay heed to the commentary of Malignaggi at the beginning. Some of you guys that are learning how to box tactically need to understand that if you come up against an aggressive forward pressure fighter, you need to possess a nuanced jab that allows you to consistently mark the position of your opponent, also set the distance between you and him, and the jab must be frequent enough to allow you to reposition yourself laterally. Now, this is the type of jab that will frustrate an aggressive fighter because it doesn't allow them to focus on attacking when they want, and furthermore, it doesn't allow them to set themselves because you will reposition once they do so. This type of skill is not easy to perform in the face of a seemingly aggressive individual that intends to knock you out. I mean, Crawford still got hit, but in the face of this, you have to be composed, remain calm, and trust in the process and execution of your skill skill to bring about a more subdued and tame opponent. The bull versus matador scenario is a great analogy for this, and when you have effectively switched off the fire within the pressure fighter, you can begin to administer your own precise and more methodical breakdown of your opponent. And guys, that's what Crawford did by KO in the 6th. Like always, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Anyway guys, that's all for now. I really hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Please remember to smash the like button if you have enjoyed watching this particular update. Remember to leave a comment within the comment section if you want to add anything about Terence Bud Crawford. So until my next one, peace out.